What's up, guys? Doing another scope review here. Today it's going to be of the Redfield Revenge. This is the 3-9 power by 40mm objective. I have it side by side with a Nikon Prostaff. This Revenge has the accu-ranger Hunter on it. The Prostaff only has the Nikoplex. I don't have the BDC with this one. Just a close comparison, I guess, because these two scopes are close in price. Once you jump up to the BDC and the Prostaff, I believe they just now went on sale for a little bit less, but the price has gone down on the Nikons, so the BDC might be a little bit more comparative as far as price and reticle, but as far as quality goes, they're very similar. I believe both of these scopes are made in the Philippines. I know for sure the Revenge is. I think Nikons are. I guess don't take my word on that. But we're going to do a little side-by-side review. Both of these scopes are mounted on Remington 700s. I'll go ahead and make sure that both weapons are clear. Both clear. Okay, well, I'll go off with the Redfield, and I'll just do a review of the Redfield, and as I'm going, I'll say comparisons to the Prostaff. Like I said, this is a 3-9 power, equal to the Prostaff. They're both 40. Actually, the Revenge is a 42mm objective, and the Prostaff is 40. They're both similar in length, as you can see. I'll let you have a look here at the accu-ranger reticle. Now, I'm sure a lot of you that have done research on the reticle know what the reticle does. It's the world's first ballistic ranging scope. That little line on top right there adjusts with the power adjustments. As you adjust the power, let me see if I can get it just right here. Alright, as you adjust the power, the line moves, and those are numbers right there on that top post. Basically, they're numbers 2 to 6, 200 to 600 yards. And what you want to do is line up your deer. The standard chest cavity, I've always been told, is 18 inches, but Redfield says it's 16 inches, the cavity of a chest on a deer, giving you a sideways prone position. They're saying that the drop is the crosshairs, the middle of the crosshairs to the bottom of the top post is supposed to be a 16-inch drop. So what you do is, as you're looking at your deer in your scope, you play with the power until he's lined up between those two areas, and wherever it lines up, wherever that line stops, that's how many yards away the deer is. And then there's holdover points all the way to 600. You sight in at 200, then there's 300, 400, 500, and 600 on the holdover points. And basically, you take a shot from the holdover point at max power. So that's a little neat. I definitely like that feature about it. It saves you the hassle of having to go out and buy a rangefinder for those long distance shots. Most rangefinders will only go to 400 yards on a deer anyway, which around that range, that's where you want to find out if the deer is at that range anyway. You don't really care if it's at 200 or 250, you know, anything beyond that, you better be a damn good shot. But it's kind of nice to have. I'll review right now the adjustment turrets on both guns. Right away I can tell you that the Redfield's is much nicer than the Nikon's. Redfield's comes with a nice 1/4 inch, has a solid click adjuster, and the nice part about it is there is numbers on there, and if you pull up, she will adjust to your zero. You can balance the zero. So quick adjustments in the field, and you can always find your zero again. The Nikon, on the other hand, you need a coin, which to me is very stupid and very uncomfortable, but you know, the quality is about the same of both scopes. The variables are both just as smooth on both scopes. The glass on the Redfield is a lot nicer. You can definitely, I wouldn't say a lot nicer, but they're pretty close. I've always found Nikon to have good glass, and definitely a good objective. As far as lightness goes, they both let in just as much light. I'm going to go with the Redfield on that. It's a little more comfortable to the eye. I like seeing the thicker posts. It's a little more comfortable. They both mount just about the same to each rifle, so that's not really an issue. The Nikon does sit a little lower to the barrel, which is nice, and it does look a little better. I guess that's completely up to the user. I've always been a Nikon fan. I know the Buckmaster is a great scope, and I know the Prostaff is one step below. If I were to compare this to a Buckmaster, I think it'd be a little more even, because I do honestly think that the Revenge is a nicer scope than the Prostaff. The Revolution, on the other hand, I do think if the Revolution had the accu-ranger, that is what would be sitting on my rifle right now. I love the Revolution. It's American made. Great glass, great objective. I mean, honestly, the accu-ranger is about the only reason I went with the Revenge. The Revolution is a great scope, though, and I definitely think it's nicer than the Prostaff and the Buckmaster. I'm not going to go ahead and say the Monarch, obviously, because that's a much nicer scope. But as far as bang for your buck goes, the Redfield definitely takes it on this one.